clock's ticking loud, I'm checking the feed, chat's blowing up. Yo, Gav, we need a little more time, just breathe and slow. But the countdown's red and it's ready to go. Got my lights set up, my headset on, cameras framed, green screen strong. Coffee's cold, but my heart's on fire. 3 minutes left and I'm wired. 3 minutes to go before we're live. Chat's going wild, keeping the vibe alive. We've got the game queued up, let the pixels glow. It's gathering time and the world should know. Oh, 3 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Stream deck armed, alerts in line, mods already, the timing's fine. A nervous grin, the playlist spins, every show feels new again. Messages flood, we can't wait, followers rolling a record rate. Hands on the mouse, I hit that scene, lights, mic, magic, live on screen. 3 minutes to go before we're live. Chat's going wild, keeping the vibe alive. Got the game queued up, let the pixels glow. It's gathering time and the world should know. Oh, 3 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. 1 minute left, heart skips a beat. Every viewer's waiting in their seat. 10 seconds flashing, can't turn back now. Gavin takes a breath, he's ready somehow. 0 on the clock, lights burn bright. Hey chat, what's up? It's racing night. From countdown dreams to full-blown show, that's how it starts. 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago.
Well, good evening, everybody. I just thought I would go through this little screen for you before I do too much else. I've been asked by so many people sending me private messages saying, Gav, you're doing a great job. Could I buy you a beer? Could I buy you a coffee? And you know what? I don't really do this for money, but I am being offered all sorts of money for actually doing this for other leagues, and I just don't want to do it. I also have my Twitch adverts turned down to the minimum, so there's no revenue coming in there. But there are people wanting to send donations. So one of the lads from WERC suggested that I set up this little link, and it's buymeacoffee.com/Gavin Mart IB. Now, anybody who does feel they want to send me a cup of coffee, I'll greatly appreciate it, and I definitely will have a coffee on you, or else I'll refill my vape with my favorite lemon and lime vape. Absolutely anybody whatsoever that wants to do that is more than welcome. Now, let's get on to the standings and let's get on to tonight's race. This is CRL round 19 in Qatar. That's Chicane Racing League. I'm Gavin Bass 1. It's a Monday evening and this race will start at 8 p.m. or slightly after it. LaSalle International Circuit, 5.419 kilometers long, 16 turns, mostly down very high or medium speed turns they are. One single DRS zone on the straight, and all eyes will be on turn 1 for the overtakes. Max Verstappen in real life is the fastest man on this track. Safety car probability tonight is 50%, with the virtual safety car exactly the same at 50%. But I must admit, out of all the different leagues that I do commentary on, I think this is possibly the cleanest league, and I can't remember the last time, if at all, there has been a safety car with CRL. And that is just a real credit to all of their drivers. Pit stop lost time tonight is 26.28 seconds, and of course that includes your 2.5 stationary time, and any wing damage or further damage that needs repaired is added on to that. The tyre wear around this track is high, so I'm expecting probably a two-stopper tonight. We're on for a full quali tonight and 29 laps of a 50% race. In your standings, you can see tonight that Connor's leading it very, very significantly with 362 points. Jesse in there 273 with PR at 166. Andrew with 157. Johnny B with 116. Smithy with 106. Donta 99. And Chicane with 98. And in terms of the constructors, the Racing Bulls at 375. 315 with McLaren and 229 with Williams. 210 with Merck and 197 with Red Bull. So there you go, and good evening to Connor. Connor's in the chat, and he's wishing me all the best for this evening, and I'm wishing all of you the best for this evening, as 13 drivers so far have joined the lobby. During the week, I have a wee bit of fun for you. I caught a few fish when I was out fishing for sea bass, and one of the lads actually accused me of bringing the fish with me from Sainsbury's and Morrison's, and I had to do what I always do, and that is prove that I didn't bring them. So just a wee clip of Gavin Bass proving to the wide world that he actually caught the fish. Have a look.
This is Gavin Bass 1. This is a fish that's just been caught. Still alive. Gavin Bass 1, fish alive. Fish dead.
Mad as a hatter that I may be. Absolute nutcase. All a bit of fun, and good evening to Rock Robs, one of my fellow Irishmen in this league, all the way from a little town called Roscommon. We've got another Irish guy in here tonight, and he is Hypes all the way from Moira, just outside of Belfast. Evening to Chicane, and hey to every single person that's joining in tonight for a bit of this fun. There's the screen up again. If you want to buy me a coffee, just knock yourselves out. This has actually become a little guilty pleasure of mine, something I didn't want to do, but I was advised to do because there are so many people that just want to send some little token of the appreciation of the hard work that I put in to try and make these streams really enjoyable for you guys. So there you go. It's all there, and we are ready to get things on the go here. So let me just get back on to the screens that I need to go on, and just give me 2 seconds and we'll get the cracking intro started for tonight's session. We're in Qatar and we are Chicane Racing League on a Monday evening. Will this be a cracking race or will it not? Here we go.
engines roar, the lights go green. Fastest races on the screen. Tight chicanes, they test their might. Wheel to wheel on Monday night. Chicane F1 racing league Monday nights as well. Gavin's voice, it calls the fight. Commentary, pure delight. Every corner, every spin. Fully corner, in and fight. FBF, car delight. Every corner's every spin. Who will lose and who will win? Full throttle, hear them fly. Push the limit, reach the sky. Side by side, they take the bend. Only one can play the end. C-R-L, C-R-R-L, C-R-L. Chicane F1 Racing League, let the race begin. Oh well, oh well,
Absolute magnificent build up to this night's race in Qatar. Can't wait to see a bit of close battling going on round these medium to fast corners all the way around this track. I'm Gavin Bass 1. This is Chicane Racing League, and let's get straight into it and go to the live racing. So format has changed quite rightly because there's only 14 drivers in tonight. A lot of guys busy with life, and only 14 could make it tonight, but that doesn't make it a bad thing. This could make it a close thing. So here we go, Q1, and it's only going to be one Q because they have turned it into a short quali. Wise thing to do. Let's run down the drivers. In the Haas, Chicane F1. His teammate Hypes in P2 there on the list. F1 Connor, the league leader at the moment in the Racing Bull. Pounder Ranger just coming out of the pits there in the Mercedes with Rock Robs. The lad from Roscommon in Ireland, he's in the Ferrari. Then you've got Smithy in the Alpine. Then Jessic, he's driving the McLaren this evening with Player in the Racing Bull. Then you've got DVA the Gamer. He is in the Red Bull. Johnny B, who will stalk and stalk and stalk and stalk and stalk and echo and echo and echo and sit in behind you and put you under the immense pressure that you will definitely suffer if this lad gets behind you. P11, the Ferrari driver of Andrew, he's a fast guy and one to look out for. Donta P12, Jan Kiev, and also we're looking, we didn't see, Hypes is in there, absolutely Hypes is in there in the Hassan 2, and then you've got Cafe in 14 in the McLaren. Wishing good luck to Cafe, and as always, I always believe that Rock Robes and Cafe have a little personal battle tonight, and as always, I always like to see if they can manage a full Grand Prix with no penalties and some position changes, and they just might get Gavin Bass's driver of the evening. So let's just go on and let's see who is on a lap. Let's go for the Deltas. Here's somebody there. He just might be on a lap, and that's Rock Robes and the Ferrari. Let's ride on board. He gives me a wiggle, and that's just an indication to tell me that he's not on a lap. I love that. That's because somebody's listening. 71 for Smithy. So Smithy is on a lap. Let's go on with him. Oh, he takes that turn absolutely beautifully. Smithy's on a decent solid lap here. Very, very, very high speed section there around those corners at up to 175 miles per hour as he heads up to the final right-hander towards the pit lane and the start and finish line. And we're just going to see what Smithy brings to the table tonight. And it's a 122.1. Smithy sets the standards out there with a 122.6 back in from Jan Kiev. On with Chicane. And a 122.7 from Chicane. Hype's coming in. Let's see what Hype's has got. P5 for Hype's. Now we're on board with Rock Robes. Oh, a beautiful P5 there for Rock Robes and the Ferrari with a 123.4. So he's out there and he's putting a statement down on with Hypes. He's just backed off the lap. On with Johnny B. Into the final right-hander he's going to go. Pole position for Johnny B with a 121.637. He's the first man with the 121 before his name. Good lap there, sir. Well done. P1 provisionally. What about Donta? Let's have a look at this Red Bull. Keeping it in 7th gear all the way around there. That displays a lot of confidence in those corners. Beautiful way to take those corners, and this Red Bull is going extremely well. Expecting a good lap from Donta here. 121.634, and that puts Donta P15. The lap didn't count for some reason. On with Jessic. This guy's lying second in the league at the moment in the McLaren, so we're expecting some big things here for Jessic. Can he knock Johnny B with the 121.637 off the top spot? 58% of the battery left, and he's now going into the very, very difficult, very fast. Does he stay in 7th here all the way around these corners? Let's see how he takes them, or does he drop down into 6th? Oh, he stays in 8th, drops down to 7th. Stays in 7th, applies a bit of ERS round that corner, but looks like he runs wide there. Did he get a track position? I think he held on. This is going to be a 121 something. It's 121.3, and that's Jessic up into P1. And he ran wide, so he's got more in the tank there. Great lap from Jessic. On with Connor. Connor runs a bit wide there. Not enough to affect his lap, I don't think. This could be a good lap. 121.6, that's Connor P2. Jessic P1. Pounder Ranger, brilliant lap there. 121.850 for him. Let's see what Andrew's doing. Andrew's backed off that lap. The Raging Hawk. How are you doing, sir? Good to have you here this evening with me. Yeah, stream's going good. Just finished the Bronze Division with RPL, and I'm now doing the Chicane Racing League's Monday night 8 o'clock race, and it is really shaping up to be a good one. Let's go to somebody who hasn't set a lap yet. Let's go on with Hypes. Let's see if he can get up in the top 4 here. Fully expect him to. Oh, squirrely, squirrely. So severe on the tires is this track here at the Qatar circuit. This is the Lusail International Circuit in Qatar. Looks like it's going to be dry because it's always dry in Qatar. Very, very rarely does it rain here. On with Hypes. Jessic puts in a fastest lap of 129.46. Was he's the only guy now in the 120s. Hypes puts in a P6. Thought he'd be up and around there, but he'll have more in the tank. Good evening, Grelis. How are you doing, sir? Any idea how many points we got for Sunday night? Love to know where we are now. Evening, Gav. Here's Towley. Oh, Towley, good evening to you, sir. And good evening to your beautiful partner. Now, let's go on with Chris. He's down there in this Aston Martin this evening. He's the only Aston Martin on the track tonight. Aww. Aww. It's Towley and the kitchen's wife. Good evening to you. I think it's Chloe, isn't it? Chloe. I'm well. Thank you very, very much for asking. Hope you're good too, guys. Two lovely people viewing tonight. Cowley and Cowley's partner, Chloe. That's the one. She used to have a really, really funny name on Twitch, and her handle was Chlamydia. I don't forget these things. Oh dear, oh dear. Alma Chris, let's see what he can do here in this Aston Martin. He's backed up and he's harvesting again, so he's not happy. Is he out on hard tyres? No, soft. So Jessic in the McLaren is the only guy with a 120 in front of his name at the moment, and that's a 129.46 for Jessic in the McLaren. He is in provisional pole at the moment, but I'm on with the Aston Martin now. I wonder what Connor's got to say about this P1. Is Connor on track? Let's see. Yes, he is. Oh, he's just dived into the pits there. Or is he? Yeah, he is. He's just gone into the pits with a 121. On the Pounder Ranger. He's not making any advances at the moment on a 121.8, so I can't see Pounder improving from P6 unless he has an incredible Sector 2. And he's not. He's out of it on that one. Let's go on with Chicane. He's the boss. He's the owner of the league. And he's out there at the moment trying to better that 124 or 122.407. But he's backed off as well. Hard to find the guys on a lap. Let's see. On the player, driving the Racing Bull, currently in P10 with a 122.2. .3 down, so he's not going to improve in that one. On with Jan Kev. Always lovely to see this guy. Here he comes. He's driving the Mercedes. All eyes in Sector 1 at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Let's see if he can better in Sector 1. Looks like he's pushing. Yeah, he's 1.2 tenths up at the moment after Sector 1. So we'll just ride on board with Jan here and see exactly what he can do in Sector 2. Round the final right-hander and down towards the start-finish line, but he's diving into the pits. He just wasn't happy with that. Okay, let's go on with the league leader at the moment in the Racing Bull, and this is Connor, and he's going to try and put Jessic off the top spot. Can Connor produce a 120 under 129? Let's have a look, and let's have a look at his deltas. Oh, he's just very fractionally up there, 100th up on his previous lap. But he doesn't need much more. He's backed off. Not happy with the lap. Backs out of it. On with Hypes. Sector 3, finishing his lap off. So let's see what this guy can do in the Haas. All the way from Northern Ireland, little town called Moira, not too far away from I live. Round the final right-hander he comes, down towards the start and finish. Oh, Hypes puts her into P6, and he improves his lap by 4/10. Lovely lap there from Hypes in the Haas this evening. Let's go on with Pounder. He's out there, and he's trying. End of Sector 1. What's he got? Narrowly up. But these small margins can make big differences in the grid. But he needs to get a real good Sector 2 and 3 here. Still lots of battery left, so he's going quite well. And he has a bit of energy left for these last fast parts of the course. Come on, the Pounder. Finalising his last chance saloon. What's he got? Can he improve on P7? No, he can't. He stays in P7, but he does improve by nearly 2/10. So there's the first checkered flag up for Pounder Ranger. On with Andrew. Can Andrew do any improvement? Yes, he's about 400ths up at the moment after Sector 2. And that just might be enough to put him in the top 3. Let's see how his Sector 2 pans out. Oh, he's 0.27 up. I could see this putting him into a possible P2 here. Sorry, I got slightly mixed up. I'm on with Smithy, but Smithy's going to do okay here. P8, 3/10 up on his previous lap, and all the checkered flags are coming over the line now. Connor puts that 1:20.894 in, so there's nothing between these two guys at the top here. Absolutely nothing. In fact, there's not very much between the top 5, and we're in for a smashing race here tonight in Qatar. So there you have your standings. Connor, P1 on the grid. P2, Jessica in the McLaren. P3 is Johnny B. Donta, 4. Andrew, 5. Hypes in the Haas, 6th. Pounder Ranger, 7th. Smithy in the Alpine in 8th. Player is in 9th. Love DVA is in 10th. Jan Cave, 11. 12, Chicane. 13, Christ. Lovely Calf, 14. And Rock Robs at the bottom there in the Ferrari. Whew, I'm out of breath this evening, I can tell you. So they're going to have a very, very, very short break, and they are going to get readied up. Back to the standings. Back to my old mugshot. Here I am. It's Gavin Bass 1 on a Monday evening with you at Chicane Racing League here in Qatar. Very, very positive signs here in the qualifying. Some real fast laps being put in. And as always, the lads are now on the grid, juggling away with their strategies. Will they go out on those hards? Will they go out in the softs? Will they go out in the mediums? Who knows? Everybody will try something different, always trying to get the edge. They'll be reducing their fuel. They might even be putting some more pressure back into their rear tyres after quali. They may even have a slight adjustment to their front wing, and they will definitely be trying to work out how they're going to get round the first corner without incident. Always a good race here in Qatar, and always normally a very, very close one. Again, thank you to everybody. I think we're going to get going here. And they're away. All clean and safe so far. I'm just going to turn off my internet here on my laptop to make sure it's not draining any signal whatsoever, because you know, down at this holiday home where I live, it is really difficult to get a secure connection. Let's go up and let's get onto these tyres. First of all, mostly out on hards, and then you've got, what, 6 guys out on the mediums. Then you've got the position changes so far. Big starts for DVA, a big start for Chicane, and a very positive start for Johnny. Rock Robs hasn't moved, and Johnny B is down 11 positions, so he must have got himself into a little tangle, and we're now settling in to what should be a fab race. P1 Andrew in the Ferrari, P2 Connor, then P3's Jesse, Donta P4 in the Red Bull, DVA P5, and they're all sprinting down towards this right-hander. They only have one tier, buddy. Every Monday night at 8 o'clock. Oh, there's a bit of touchy-feely going on here. Chris down in P14. Rock Rob's down in P15. Always like to give everybody a wee bit of time. Yeah, I know, Ben, I'm the same. I get very confused. Andrew out there, nearly 1 second ahead from Connor in the Racing Bull, then Jessica in the McLaren, all settling down into a really nice DRS chain here. Then you've got Donta in the Red Bull and his DVA Gamer, he's his teammate. They should work well together. Chicane P6 in the Haas, Pounder Ranger is in the Mercedes in P7, and 8 is Player. Then you've got Jan Kiev in 9th, and there's nothing between these guys. They're all battling for position. There's a Williams there of Johnny B. I think Johnny B's trying to make an inside move there, but that's a very difficult one to do. And the Red Bull, or sorry, the McLaren of Cafe holds him off quite well there. Down to Johnny B. Fully expecting this Williams drivers in P12 to be in the top 5, if not the top 3. It's just going to take him a bit of time, negotiate himself through the tracks. On Wahipes in P10 in the Haas, and he's chasing down Jan Kev in the Mercedes. But it's all very close at the moment. On with Andrew. Andrew's trying to make a move here. Nice bit of battery management going on by the Ferrari driver. He's got loads here for the DRS zone. Got to have a pass here, but he needs to get really close to the box of that car, and he has done. He's going to squeeze, and we're going to see the first real good overtake of this evening here. He'll go to the inside and he'll make the move. No, he's going outside. DRS activated and he leaves that car behind of Connor, and the Ferrari of Andrew takes the race lead again as the three of them fight it all out. First penalty of the evening goes to Claire for 3-second warning for going over the white line too many times. But not too much separation so far from this trail. He has a nice 70th tenth lead there, but Connor's just closing them in from behind, as is Jesse. Dante right in there from behind. Lovely cockpit view of the Red Bull there for a split second. DVA right in there in 5, and the two Red Bulls working together beautifully. Then you have Chicane, the league owner, in the Haas. Pounder Ranger right in there in the Merc, and behind him Player. So nothing very much between them all. As I said earlier, one of the closest and one of the cleanest leagues that I do commentary for, and they're displaying it once again this evening. I think I've done at least 10 commentaries to 12 maybe for these guys, and I don't think I've even seen a safety car yet. So it's really refreshing and it's really, really good to see it. DVA gets a 3-second penalty there. He'll not be wanting that, but have a look at Dante. Dante right in there in P4. Johnny B starting to do what Johnny B does, and that is stalk the life out of the car in front of him. He just waits like a vampire, waiting on the mistake, and then he just passes with his cross and stake, and he says goodbye. Back onto the tyres. Quick look at the penalties. And a quick look at the position changes. Looking really good for Chicane, 6 positions up, 3 up for Andrew. Andrew's having a belter of a race, and he's sitting in P2 at the moment and doing a very, very good job. Just look at this, guys. A DRS train all the way down. Splendid view from the overhead camera there as they all go around that left-hander. Pounder Ranger getting very close to Chicane now. Hypes gets a 3-second penalty, so he's now on the penalty list. But Pounder's going to make a move here, is he? It's a drag race into the corner, and the Haas is going to get it. He's got track position, he owns the corner, and the Merc can do nothing about that. So Jan Kiev just backs off, but he's going to track him down, and he's going to try again. Jesse P3 into the left-hander. So we've got the Racing Bull and the Ferrari and the McLaren all battling it out for P1 here. Then you've got Donta right in behind in P4, so there's 4 of them battling, and then there's a light separation, and Chicane is holding that little battle, going well in the front of that battle. And behind him, you've got Pounder Ranger. So very slightly behind him, you've got Jan Cave. Then you've got another little gap, and you've got Hypes. But Hypes will catch that back, and he'll get on the train. Down to Player. Pounder Ranger gets up into 5th position because there's a pit stop made there by Chicane, and he's on the first stop. So let's just see what the stop situations now are like in this race. Lap 8 of 29. There's your stops. Love DVA and Smithy both stopped, and Chicane now in the pits. So they've made their first stop, and the tyres now are this. All on the hards, all the way up to P9 there. Those medium tyres of Johnny B, Hypes and Andrew all must be starting to scream, because this circuit is so hard on those tyres. Look at the McLaren of Jesse. Absolutely what I expected tonight. I knew there would be a battle here, and here is a battle. 4 of them absolutely flinging it together. Okay, buddy, enjoy your ticket issuing. Any severe ones tonight? Johnny B, P7. Come on ahead, Johnny B, let's be having you. Lovely Calf gets a 3-second penalty. And you know what? Rock Robs is in P12 and Lovely Calf is in P13. And these two guys love to have a little private battle together. I thought it was a pretty good race, Hawk, to be honest with you. Few wee touch and goes, but nothing serious. On with Donta, P4. Look at that helmet swaying left to right. The old purple helmet. Great battle going on here. These guys just love it. Connor leading the way. Jessic P3. All preserving away at that battery. That battery is so valuable. P9 of 29 here. Chicane Racing League. Monday nights, I'm Gavin Bass if you're just tuning in, and this is Qatar, lap 9. Andrew's starting to push Connor quite hard now, so those are the medium tyres versus the hard tyres. So those medium tyres are still holding out quite well, but look at Jessic. Jessic's going for the inside move. Can he make that work? Yes, he can. Jessic up into P2. Nice move by Jessic, and he's going for Connor at the same time in the inside line. 2 of them side by side. Oh, the wheels nearly locked there. Connor just holds it off. Oh, this is absolutely close racing at its very, very best. McLaren of Jessic versus Connor, and Andrew's right in there in P3. Donta right in there in P4. These 4 are having a blast. Down to Christ. Haven't been on with him much. Aston Martin of Christ. He's in P10, and he's chasing down Cafe. Aston Martin versus McLaren. He's gaining. If Chris can keep this pace up, I think Caffey's going to lose his position in P9 here, because this is looking ever so likely. DRS activated. Caffey's trying everything to hold him off, but he's not going to be able to. Nothing can do about it. Aston Martin goes out the outside, but the inside of Caffey holding him quite well, but the Aston's now got the inside of this corner, and he makes that beautiful move there. That was sweet. That was calculated, and that worked to an absolute dream there for the Aston driver. But Caffey is fighting, as Caffey does. Chris gets a 3-second penalty while these guys battle. Johnny B, P6. Caffey having a blast here in P10. Andrew's in the pits, so first of the front runners are in the pits. %, the battery, long straight, DRS activated. We're going to see Caffey going past. And you know what? He says to Chris, you might have passed me, but there's the finger. It's right up in the air. I'm back. Connor, P2. Jesse gets a 3-second penalty. That is a vital one. Connor will have a big smile all over the front of his face after that. Connor can just sit in now, and he can really be patient. Look, Donta. Donta's not far away. He's having a cracking race tonight, is Donta. Let's give Hype some love. Back there in P13, and he's trying to make a move in chicane into the left-hander. Oh, Jessic. He won again. I missed that. These two are having a real battle here. In fact, three of them. But you know what? Donta's playing a blinder. He's just sitting in and he's letting these two guys race like mad, and Donta will just pick them out. He's just waiting on the mistake, because he knows that Jessic and Connor in the McLaren, they race very, very hard. And they just might touch wheels, and Donta could just fly on past. I could see it happening on the DVA. Oh, DVA's making real progress on that Ferrari, and I think Andrew just might be in the sights here. Although Andrew's on very fresh tyres, just have a look at the tyres now. There you go. And then we'll have a quick look at the stop situation. So 7 people have made stops, and until they all make that stop, we'll not really know who's got the track positions in real life. Hype's P11 on the Ferrari off Rock Robs. Oh, Hypes gets a penalty there. Infuriating when that happens. He'll be just kicking himself for that. Absolutely kicking himself. Andrew gets the fastest lap at 1:24.358. Great racing lap there. Out comes the Haas. Hypes makes it stick round the right-hander he goes. He just puts Rock Robs behind him now in P11. Look at Pounder Ranger still hanging beautifully in there in P4, letting these guys all knock themselves out. And Pounder Ranger and Donta just waiting on these two to make that mistake. Will they make it? Jessic out of P1. Down to Johnny B, P12. Donta gets a 3-second warning. He will be broken. Top 3 player. Oh, we tap in the back there. Just says to Rock Robs, my name's Johnny B, and I just tapped you. Nothing Rock Robs will be able to do about this. The pace of this Williams is frantic here. Johnny B making his move up into P11. Makes it stick very easily. And look at that Haas. The Haas is having a wee look in the inside as well. He makes the move. So Hype's up into P10. Johnny B and Chicane now into P12 with that nice double move. The Ferrari of Rock Robs got taken by 2 there on the DRS zone. That can happen. Back onto the leaders. Jesse still holding P1. A lot of guys jumping into the pits now. Lap 16 of 29, so only 13 laps to go here. So when will these guys on the hard tyres, 15 lap old hards right down to Jan Kiev, when will they pit? We're waiting to see. Will it be follow the leader, or will somebody try to get the advantage of the pit stop? Let's see what happens. Johnny B, P9, trying to make another move on Hypes. Oh, we've got a caution. It's away. Just somebody off track, obviously. So back with Johnny B. Caffey gets a 3-second penalty, but Johnny B done exactly what he needed to do there. He got right on the tail of the Haas, and we're now going to see the overtake, and it's made. Absolutely beautiful overtake, and the Williams of Johnny B goes up into P6. Andrew P5, Jan Kiev 4, Pounder Ranger 3, and they are all out there, but Jesse's holding that vital and horrible 3-second penalty in P1. Did the Red Bull of Donta. He's on the fresh medium tires, so Donta's going to be making moves galore here. Must say this is a fabulous drive by the Red Bull driver. A 3-second penalty for player. Nice move by Johnny. That's Donta too as well, up into P6. Great driving from Donta this evening, I must say. I'm very, very impressed with this, even though he's carrying penalties, but he's driving beautifully. Up to the leaders. Who's going to jump into the pits first? 17 lap old hard tires. Can Jessic take the lead of this race by 3 seconds and take Connor off the P1 spot? That's going to be his challenge this evening. Both going into the pits. It's follow the leader job. I must say, these two guys provide some brilliant races week in, week out. Off track, they're pretty good friends, but by God, on track, they absolutely give nothing. Down to P6. So those three guys, Jan Cave now in the pits, and now the position changes are all starting to happen. Let's see where Jessic comes out. Looks like he's going to come out in about P4, is it? Yeah, it looks like the Williams is going to get past. Johnny B's up into P3 on the 7 lap old hards. 2 seconds or 2 tenths behind Donta. Andrew leading the race. And let's see the stops. Vital to see those. There they are. All made their stop. And I think everybody is on their tire for finishing the race. 4 positions up for Andrew and penalty free. Chicane up to 7th there in 5 positions increase in the Haas. So good race racing from Chicane. Andrews on 7 lap old hards versus Donta on the 2 lap old mediums. 7 lap old hards for Johnny B and Jessic on fresh mediums along with Pounder Ranger and fresh mediums. Connor is also on fresh mediums. So right down to P6 here, there's going to be an absolute battle for P1. They are flying. They've got 4 seconds to catch Andrew, mind you. Andrew's just going to manage that battery and he's going to manage his pace just to try and keep these guys at bay. But if they all work together in this DRS zone, they just might catch him up. Johnny B up in the 3rd. Great drive by Johnny B. One of the most patient drivers I know. Chicane jumps into the pits now with the 12 lap old hards. He's the last man probably to make a pit stop. And these penalties are going to be vital at the end of the race. 9 laps to go here in Qatar. I'm Gavin Bass 1. This is Chicane Racing League, and it's a cracker. On with Pounder Ranger. I think Claire's going to try and make a move here on Jan. Caffey gets a 3-second penalty. On with Connor, P6. He's now chasing down Pounder. And that gap of 4 odd seconds has now been wound down to 3.7. So these guys are starting to catch. On with Jessic, P3. Here he comes. Gets the P3. Puts Johnny behind him. Johnny will hang in behind there. And look at the outside move being made here. Nice one. Pounder Ranger in the Mercedes in the P4. Johnny B down in the P5. And he's now got Connor breathing down his neck in P6. Oh, beautiful move there by the Racing Bull. Puts Connor down. Johnny B now in the P6. Connor in the P5. Pounder Ranger 4. Jessic 3. Donta. And they've now got that down to 3.4 seconds. Andrew is clinging on by the skin of his teeth, to say the least. And it's coming down every corner. But you know what? Andrew is penalty free. And both Donta and Jessic are holding 3-second penalties. So even if Andrew can stay up front or even 3 seconds behind these guys, just slightly behind 3 seconds, he might just win this race on penalty difference. Andrew doing brilliant. Keep it going. 3.2 seconds ahead and only 7 laps to go. Exciting end. Connor P5. He's on Pounder Ranger here. Johnny B's just got himself out of the DRS zone now, and he's going to struggle really hard. Only 32% of that battery to help himself get back on the back, but he needs to get it in within that 1 second of Connor and P5. Down to 2.5 seconds now. Jessic's wound Andrew in by another second in that lap. So these guys are going to pass Andrew. Absolutely no doubt about that. Connor and P5's trying to make a move now. Nice move. Absolutely beautiful. Andrew 1, Jessic 3, Pounder 4, 3, and Connor 4, Donta 5, all of them in a DRS zone. Right down to Johnny B. He's trying to catch frantically, but Connor makes it up into P3 with an inside move there, and he puts Pounder behind him, and he's pushing on to try and catch Jesse. But Jesse is absolutely on Andrew now, and here comes Jesse. Connor's 2.1 seconds behind, and he's a job to do to catch him because Pounder is hounding him. Here comes the McLaren. Jessic needs to make this pass and really get the foot down because he needs to get a good old lead with that penalty. Here comes the move. No problem. Jessic P1. Now's his opportunity to sprint away with that Ferrari, protecting him to a certain degree in P2. Pounder Ranger in P4. Let those two guys battle. That just might let Jesse away even further. But Andrew's not giving up. He's still hanging on beautifully with the 12-lap-old hards, but he's fighting 5-lap-old mediums. This could be just a bit of a job too far. Jessic's coming up to a back marker here. This could be Cafe, I think. Looks like Cafe might be ghosting, actually. Andrew's still holding that P2 position, and he is really holding Connor behind him. Doing a brilliant job in the Ferrari here. Johnny B in P6. Jessic has now pulled out of the DRS zone activation system, or the distance for Andrew, but Andrew's hanging right in there, but he's out of it. And Jessic, I don't think Andrew will get the DRS on the straight here now. Yes, he's out of it. So Jessic can really pull away now and try and get that golden 3 seconds. 4 laps to do it. Let's see what they've got. Connor still back there with 1.4 seconds. Pounder Ranger in 4th. 5th is Donta. Then comes Johnny B. Johnny's making a move, makes an overtake on the Red Bull. He's up into P5. Donta just has to tuck in. Then you've got Jan Cave back in 7. 8th is DVA. Players 9th. Hypes in 10th. Chicane back in 11th. Rock Robs in 12th in the Ferrari. The Alpine is Smithy in 13th. Christ is in 14th in the Aston Martin. And 15th is Lovely Calf. But right now, it's all about Connor. Can Connor get through? Can Connor make the difference? Because Jessic's now away by 1.7 seconds. Chris gets a 3-second penalty for multiple track warnings. Johnny B starting to pull in Pounder Ranger slowly but surely. He's in P5. Connor takes the Ferrari. Connor's up into P2, but he's 2 seconds behind Jessic. Connor's penalty free, and Jessic's carrying that 3-second penalty. Just check that it is 3 seconds so that I have all my stats right. Yes, it's 3 seconds. So Jessic needs to win this race by over 3 seconds, or Connor's going to take it. Andrew in there in P3, pushing still very, very hard. Pounder Rangers right in there, and Johnny's catching Donta P6. O'Connor gets a 3-second penalty. He's just handed the race to Jessic. He will be really cross at that. Andrew's still in P3 and he's still in the DRS zone of Connor. So Connor has gifted Jesse this race. All Connor had to do was stay within 3 seconds of Jesse there for a while, but he picked up that late penalty, and that is a game changer for the very, very end of this race. Down to Hypes in P10, he's trying to make a late move on Player. Trying the outside move, can't make it in the Haas. Lap 28 of 29, but I'm going to stay on with these guys. Can Connor pull Jesse in? I don't think he can. This guy, Jessic, is too experienced for that, and he will know he's got 30% of the battery. Connor's only got 30% as well, so none of them have an advantage in terms of battery power. Jessic's pulling away to 2.3 seconds, nearly on to 2.4 seconds now. So Jesse is pulling away. Pounder Ranger in P4. Can Andrew stay 3 seconds behind these guys? Can Pounder Ranger stay 3 seconds behind these guys? This could make big differences on the grid. Let's see what brings in the last couple of laps. Last lap, Jessic and P1 on the track at the moment. He gets another 3-second penalty, Pounder Ranger. So Pounder Ranger has blown that chance now. Andrew's in a really good position, but can he hold that 3-second gap? What a fabulous race for Jessic. Oh no, Jessic, you didn't want to do that. You definitely didn't want to do that. I think you've just gifted Connor the race. Over the line to go. Connor takes P1. Oh no, Jessic. P2 for Jessic. Andrew P3. Absolutely brilliant race by Andrew. P4 Pounder Ranger. P5 Johnny B. Brilliant race by Johnny. Dante in P6. Here comes DVA. Jan Kiev. Let's not forget Jan Kiev. Over the line comes Dante. Nice wee wiggle from the guy from Northern Ireland. Hypes gets a P10, Chicane gets a P9 with the penalty difference. Player coming over the line now. And the Ferrari of Rock Robes gives another wee Irish wiggle there. That's the Irish jig from the Ross Common driver. Then you've got Smithy. He's in P13 in the Alpine. Wow, what a race. What excitement at the end of that race. And Jessic just gifted Connor that race. Great recovery drive, absolutely, by Johnny B, must admit. My driver of the day goes to Andrew. Absolutely solid drive from Andrew. And there you have the stats. Let's get the stats up. Race winner Connor Jessic is in fastest lap. Johnny B gets driver of the day on the game. Most overtakes gets Johnny B, and Smithy gets cleanest driver. But there you go. Connor steals it on the last lap by a mistake by Jessic, who will be very, very angry about that. Andrew, driver of the day. Nice bit of position changes there. He goes up 5 positions and he gets a P3 with a clean race. Pounder Ranger, very close second on my driver of the day was Johnny B. Donta P6, Jan KF 7, DVA 8th, Chicane 9. Great race there by Hypes in P10. Player gets 11, Rock Robs 12, Smithy 13th, 14th is Chris. Lovely calf back there in 15th. And I'll just give you a quick run through the race director if I can. It maybe won't let me. Didn't give me a chance. But what a race. What an evening. And as always, no safety cars and not really too many tickets that will be coming out of that race. A few little taps and things at the very beginning of the race. I don't think they really meant an awful lot. Honestly, they really didn't. It was just good, clean, honest racing the whole way through there. It was a battle of errors, to be honest with you. And Jessic, despite having a brilliant race, he will be so disappointed with that last 3-second penalty that just gifted Connor the race. But that's racing, and that's what happens. It really, really does, and it happens all the time. You just have to take it like a man up, and keep going. Brilliant race from everybody. Nice to see you all. Thanks to everybody for viewing in. Thanks to all the boys that are keeping me company on Twitch. And thanks to the stewards, owners, and admins of the Chicane Racing League, as always, for providing this brilliant night on a Monday night for us all to enjoy. I've been Gavin Bass 1. This has been Live Qatar, and it's been the Chicane Racing League. And it was my great pleasure to do commentary for you guys tonight. Enjoy watching it back, and I'll see you all next Monday night, 8 o'clock.
Chicane F1 Racing League Monday nights as well. Engines roar, the lights go green. Fastest races on the screen.